Okay, guys, I know I've been gone for a long time. This YouTube channel was kind of abandoned for a while, but I've been working on something that maybe will be of interest to a lot of people. So, what I have on screen right here, I know this looks very low quality. This is early work in progress, but right now, here, let me start. Let me go back to the game. Right now, what I have is a tech demo basically of a racing game. But what you're looking at is this is running on my virtual fantasy console. So what it is, if you guys know what like Pico 8 and stuff is, it's a virtual console, like it's like a game console, but on the computer. And so this is what I built. And my console is different. It has 3D graphics. It has sound. It has text. It has a lot. So what I've done is I've made it where you can basically build whatever you want within the constraints of my console. And my console's power is somewhere in between 3DS and PlayStation Vita. And the reason I picked that is because I've noticed a lot of newer games coming out these days are basically they're not optimized, and it bothers me a lot because a lot of developers or companies make developers get lazy where they just say, oh, let's slap FSR on it as a band-aid, or let's do frame generation. They don't ever optimize. So my idea was make a console where you can optimize as much as you can out of the console and still come out with a good result. And this is like extremely early. I'm talking about I barely put any work into this 3D game. I mean, it's not really a game. It's kind of like a racer. I was going to title this Boostline as a racing game. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna finish it. It was more of a tech demo. But let me open another one. Give me just a sec, and I can show you what another game is. Hold on one second. Let me swap over to the other game cartridge. I'm not ready to show everything just yet because I want to make sure it all works. All right, here we go. All right, this is another game I titled Chromara, which is it's like think it's voxel based, so think kind of like Minecraft, but also think of it as not Minecraft. So your goal is basically you crash land on a fantasy planet, and your goal is to scan random objects, which you can see I've already surveyed a few things because I was tech demoing it. This is extremely early, like obviously blocky creatures walking around. But you would pick out your scanner and then you would scan them and it would tell you what the object is. And you get certain objects you can pick up or, mine. I don't know if I really want actual mining like Minecraft. It was just a showcase basically. And you can place the object down. And there's also a budget. Hold up, there's the pause menu. You can see things that have been surveyed. But besides that, you can see the limits that I put into the game. The CPU is, barely stressed at all. Video RAM is about half on this game. The sprite limit is, I mean, a lot of stuff like triangles and all that are not even maxed out at all. Like draw distance. So this game right here is only 77 kilobytes. This whole entire game. Obviously, it's not really a full-fledged game yet. There's no audio. There's barely any graphics in the first place. But I mean, it's a voxel-based engine, and it's running on my game console. So my idea with the console is here. I'm gonna pause it. Is I want this to be on everything. So what I want right now is it just boots what I call, I mean, it's my version of ROMs. They're .gcs files because the system is called GameCore System. So then .gcs. So what you would do is you would create your .gcs file with the SDK that I created, and then you would load them into the console. And right now the console it's really nothing. It's just kind of like command line based, but my goal is to have it like a functional console. So when you go to it, you would open it. It has a, boot up, a home screen. You load your ROMs in that way instead of, just picking it off the computer and putting it in. So it's like an actual console. It would open in full screen. So right now the console is very low resolution, but it scales up to 1080p with some enhancements you can enable. Right now I'm keeping it low res on purpose though. Like I said, my goal is I want games to be small because that makes developers want to get the most out of the budget. So the max ROM you can have is 512 megabytes. I'm not going anywhere above that, at least right now. Like I said, I've got this game running at 77 kilobytes, so that's very tiny. But I think about half a gig is good because there's a lot of indie Steam games that I've noticed that are around 3 to 500 megabytes, and so I figured that's a good starting point. If need be, I may up it a little bit more, but right now I'm pretty comfortable. I feel like it would give people a challenge if they keep it low, and my other goal is maybe this could work on Android at some point, and then you load up on your phone or on a gaming Android device, and then you open the application, it goes full screen, it's like a console, it has a front end built in and everything, and then you load up your game, and since it's on a handheld, you want smaller, 512 is not that, it's not even a gig, so you could have like a double the amount of games on there, and they would all run full-fledged games. I have where some games run at 30 FPS, some games run at 60. I want to make it where if your game cannot maintain 60, then you have to set it to 30 and stuff like that. So that way it's not, oh, you have a 45 FPS game or stuff like that. You want it optimized. That's the whole point. I want developers to optimize. It's fun. My philosophy is I use Botano, I think that's how you pronounce it, to make GBA games. I actually released my first game on itch. It's Tiny Cities. I put a lot of work into that. I never advertised it, but I'm talking about it now. I'll have a link in the description if you guys would like to check that out. It's $4.99 on itch right now. I wasn't really sure what to price it. I kind of made it really low. It's a small game, but it's City Skylines in a way, but like on the GBA. So it's very limited. You can build cities. It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun building it myself, but if you would like to purchase that, I really appreciate that. If not, it's all right. So anyway, so this is basically a virtual video game console, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. So for now, this is all I have, and so I thank you for watching and hope you come back to see more videos in the future. Bye.